Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. I want to say right up front, my videos have been kind of shorter lately. January is kind of a crazy time, and the end of December has been crazy. So I'm kind of probably going to do a lot more shorter stuff. You guys, of course, can always let me know what you think. I will start doing rather some longer videos soon, obviously, especially with some of these trials kicking off. But I know some folks do like the shorter content at times as well. This one might be a little bit longer because I am going to go through an interrogation, at least a part of an interrogation. A lot of folks have been wondering why, with all the Gypsy Rose stuff going on, why Nicholas Godejohn, her ex-boyfriend, who was the one who actually carried out the murder of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, why he shouldn't also be released from prison early. Well, at first, I had the same thoughts. Well, maybe he should get out a bit earlier as well. But if you look into his past, whereas, Gypsy didn't have a past. Granted, we know that she shoplifted from Walmart and that sort of thing, and she's learned the manipulation through her mother, but she did not do the sorts of things that Nick was involved in. Primarily, one that is the most disturbing is that back in 2013, Nick, who was 23 at that time, he was accused of watching porn at a McDonald's for nearly 9 hours, and customers spotted him with his hands down his pants, and of course they called the cops because what the hell, right? He told police that while he appeared to look like he was, getting himself, happy down there, he was actually just scratching himself. Yeah. So, Nick, first of all, I don't think you were just scratching yourself. And if you have a 9-hour itch down there in your nether regions, you really should have been at the hospital or the doctor. And secondly, you were getting yourself off for 9 hours in a McDonald's. Yeah. I can't imagine that you had much going on after a certain point, but okay. It's disgusting. And if that's the sort of thing that you do in private, Nick, you don't do it at a McDonald's where families come with their children and all they want to do is eat their Big Mac and fries. Yeah, no. Just no. Of course, the cops didn't buy it. Because, hell, yeah, it's a likely story. And he was charged with carrying a concealed weapon because they found a large folding knife in his pocket, as well as disorderly conduct. Which surprises me that that's all he was really charged with, but he was in a McDonald's, guys, for 9 hours playing with himself. Watching porn. So if you think that's okay, that someone like that is out in public, I disagree. I think he's got some issues, and that's not even all of it. He, of course, also wanted to have sex with Dee Dee after he murdered her. That's disgusting. And as you know, that's called necrophilia. And because he told Gypsy that's what he wanted to do, and she has stated in multiple interviews and through a documentary that that she'll let him do her. So that's what happened. She claims it wasn't consensual at that time. It was RAPE. But they had sex in Gypsy's bed in the next room before they left town. So I guess, again, he got off after killing Gypsy's mom. Disgusting. That is disgusting. He stated to interviewers that he doesn't remember it that way, that Gypsy was the one that convinced him not to do it, but, potato, potato, whatever, either way, he somehow wanted to have sex after he killed somebody, and that's just disturbing. And you can't write fiction as disgusting as real life is. And of course, as we know, he's also been into fantasy, role playing, and Gypsy's described him as a dominant. He was into BDSM. So he is apparently on the autistic spectrum, and he's got some issues, I guess, with his mental health. But I personally just don't believe that he's a safe individual to be back in our streets. So this is some of Nicholas's police interview. This is the portion, as you can see, it's about 26 minutes, when he admitted to killing Dee Dee. So I kind of wanted to go through this one. We don't hear as much from Nick as we've heard from Gypsy. And as much as I think he's disgusting and disturbing, with the fact that Gypsy's out, and I personally think, good for her, as long as she's getting the help that she needs and she stays on the right track. For me, I'm personally good with it. But again, Nick just bothers me. It's something in his head, and just the way he thinks, it just bugs me. But let's check out this part of his police interview, and I'll pause it every so often to put some commentary in it, of course, for fair use. And this is from the Oxygen channel, and I will link to them as well.
So then you guys get on the bus, and then you guys get here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did you ride a Greyhound each time you went?
Yeah.
All the way
yeah.
to buses?
There was no other bus station.
So where's the bus station stop at here?
Here it stopped in Milwaukee.
Okay. And then how did you get from Milwaukee to your house in Big Bend?
My mom picked us up.
Oh, okay. So then do you call mom and say, hey, we're here, come pick us up?
Yep.
And so is that the first time that your mom ever met your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess she's your girlfriend, Gypsy's your girlfriend.
She is. Yeah, she is.
And you love her?
Oh, do whatever.
You love her a lot?
I was bummed my eyes out waiting for this moment where I can talk to you.
Okay.
Because I was so worried about her.
Yeah.
It is obvious, though, that Nick loved Gypsy. And I'm hearing that he still has feelings for her. But he obviously was head over heels for her. I think that's pretty undisputed. And at the time, Gypsy stated that she was in love with him as well. So he did this out of love, and I don't think it's disputed that she manipulated him to do it. And he killed, Dee Dee, obviously, because of Gypsy. And at the time, Gypsy didn't see another way out. And I guess his love blinded him. I guess we could put it that way.
I think she loves you too. We spoke to her and for a long time. And I'm kind of thinking maybe she loves you a little more than you love her. Because you're sitting here telling me things that I know aren't true. And then she's sitting here telling me things that are true. And if you really love her, I don't think you would want her in that situation, okay? The situation that she's in right now. And so we're going to go down two paths here, okay? And that is just you're going to have to be honest with me. Because if you love her, if you love Gypsy, then you're not going to let Gypsy get in trouble without you being there to help her, okay?
I understand.
And so what you need to know is that Gypsy told us everything.
Okay.
We didn't talk to Gypsy all this time and not get everything.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
And so, Nick, I want you to do the honorable thing, okay?
Okay.
For Gypsy and for your family, okay?
Okay.
Because we know what happened. And I want to give you the opportunity to start over and to tell the truth, okay? And the truth is not what you've told me.
How much have I told you to believe is the truth?
I believe the part that you got on a bus and went to Springfield.
Okay.
I believe that's true.
Okay.
That you ordered food to eat. I believe that's true.
Okay.
I believe that it's true that at some point Gypsy came back with you to the motel. I believe that's true.
Yeah.
I believe Gypsy got on a bus and came here with you. I believe
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's all I believe.
Okay.
Okay? Because you missed a lot in there. And I understand that you missed a lot because you don't know what to say because you don't know what Gypsy said. I understand that.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you right now, Gypsy did tell me everything. She told us everything. She told us about you coming there. She told us what happened to Mom. She told us about your guys' relationship. She told us about the cleanup. She told us about all of that. Okay?
Okay.
So, do you want to do the right thing by Gypsy if you love her?
Well, the truth is I worship her, so
I know you
there's
do.
there's no way I wouldn't do it on
I know.
a thing for her.
I know you do. I believe you do. But this is the point where you're going to prove whether you do or not, okay? When me and you talk,
Okay.
okay? Because it's not fair. It's not fair to Gypsy for her to be honest and you to lie, okay?
Okay.
So what I want to know is can you tell me this first?
Okay.
Did Gypsy know that you were going to kill her mother?
Honestly, she asked me to.
Okay. So Gypsy knew you were going to do it because Gypsy asked you to.
Yes.
Why did she ask you to do that?
Because she felt it was her only way to be with me.
Okay. She felt like if you killed the mom, then that's the only way she could be with you.
Yeah.
Do you know the mom's name?
I don't know her real name. All I know is that she goes by Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. Okay. So, has Gypsy asked you to kill anyone else?
No.
Okay. She just wants you to kill her mom.
Yes.
Okay. And how did Gypsy ask you to do that? Did she ask you to do that in a text message, on a Facebook, or in person, or something different?
Well, it was more than once. I mean, you had Facebook. We would talk about it on there. We would talk about it even on Texas.
Okay. And what kind of things would Gypsy tell you that she wanted you to do?
She wanted. The thing is that I know she loves her mom a lot. I know she does.
Yeah.
I had I was up here with her, and she felt guilty about the whole situation. I had to make sure she was safe. And meaning, like, I had to make sure she felt like she could be comforted by me.
You. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, and then the truth is, okay, I'll admit it. I did actually stab her mom. I will admit it.
I know. Okay.
The only reason I did it is because I did it for me and her. That's the real reason I did it. I would have never did it if it was not for me and her.
Okay. So you wouldn't have done it if somebody else would have asked?
No.
Okay.
There's no way I would have did it for anyone else.
Okay, so you just
'Cause I
did it.
truly do worship her to the point there's nothing I want to do for her.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think you've proved that, right?
Yes.
I think that you've proved that you do what she asked you to do, if that's the case, if she did ask you.
Yeah, she did ask me.
Okay. And she asked you more than once?
Um,
Did she ask you why you were here?
She asked me more than once because what happened was, at first she wanted, because the thing was is that she wanted to do it herself, but she was too, what's the word, not cautious, it's, I guess scared is just the word. I want to actually do it
Okay.
because she couldn't live with herself doing it.
Okay.
And, as for me, I honestly to this day I still feel guilty about it.
Okay.
I do,
Right.
because I because I learned so much about her mom after she told me and more about it after actually being able to live with her for a little while.
Right.
I actually realized how great of a mom she was.
Okay. So it kind of makes you feel a little guilty.
No, no, no. I feel a lot more guilt than that.
Okay. Okay. Um. Oh, 'cause so Gypsy's telling you about her mom.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, how
Okay.
she is and her accomplishments and all, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when you came here to Springfield, that was your purpose to come here so that way you could do that for Gypsy?
Yes, because I wanted to be with her and I
Okay.
wanted,
So did Gypsy know you was coming here then to go ahead and kill Dee?
yes.
Okay. So why did you guys decide that you would stab her instead of shooting her with a gun or poisoning her or beating her with a bat? Like, why did you guys decide stabbing would be what you did to kill her?
Honestly, the thing is we really wouldn't have known how to poison her. Honestly, we wouldn't have known how to.
Okay.
I mean, she looked up multiple times of how to do it because she wanted to find the quickest way to do it.
Okay, so like she looked up on the internet,
Yes.
like how to kill her mom?
Yes.
Okay. And so she was looking for the easiest way to do it?
Yes, this
Okay.
way she would be in less pain. She wanted
Okay.
her mom's death to be quick.
Okay. Okay, so you wouldn't have known how to do the poisoning. And so, again, why did we choose the knife? Like, why
The
did you...
reason why we chose the knife is because I guess she thought that it'd be quicker if she bled out quickly.
Okay. Now, did she tell you that, or is that something you think she thought?
Most likely that's what I would think she would do.
Okay, but she didn't tell you to
No.
stab her because she'd bleed out quickly.
No.
Okay.
That's what I figured she would think because
Okay.
it makes sense. More holes, faster they go away and the faster they are at peace.
Okay. So the more holes you put into the body?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm understanding? Okay. Okay. So...
Yeah, that's real strange, right? So it's more peaceful to stab somebody to death, according to Nick. I don't think so. I think it's pretty awful to be stabbed to death. Oof.
So, so that's why you chose to stab her?
Yes.
Okay. And so how did you get the knife? Like, where'd the knife come from? Did you bring it with you from here?
No.
Okay. Did you buy it somewhere?
She bought it for me.
Who bought it for you?
Gypsy.
Where'd she buy it from?
Online.
She bought it online?
Oh wait, no. It was not online. I gotta get that straight. It's not.
Yeah, don't lie, because you don't want to get Gypsy in trouble for something because you're going to lie about it.
I know.
Okay.
I know. She somehow found a way to get one at Walmart. I don't know how she did, but she did.
So so you didn't bring a knife from here?
No.
So when you got here, she had a knife?
Yeah.
So did she know you was going to stab her?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what'd the knife look like?
It had a red and black handle.
Red and black?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long was it?
Gosh. I don't even...
Use your hands to show me.
I can... Maybe that long, maybe.
Was the red and black handle plastic or wood or?
It was, I'm trying to think, squishy grip. I can't remember what it's
It
called.
was a squishy grip?
Yeah, it's hard to really put into words.
Okay. On the edge of the knife, like, can you draw the knife for me maybe?
I'm a bad artist.
You're a bad artist? Okay. Would the knife, if the knife went was the knife smooth like this or was it jaggedy like that?
It's jaggedy.
Jaggedy?
On one side and the other side it was smooth.
Okay. And what color was that part of the knife?
It was just the black. Oh my gosh. I am so sleepy.
That's all right.
It was just the normal color of what blade usually looks like.
Like stainless steel type
Yeah.
look? Okay.
Yeah.
So see this edge of this table right here? Kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what that looked like, and then the handle was red and black, kind of squishy.
Mm.
Okay. Could you hold the knife with one hand, or did it take two hands to hold the knife?
One hand.
One hand?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever stabbed anybody before this?
No, that's the reason why this was the very only one person I would ever do this for.
Okay. Only person you do it for is Gypsy. This is the first time you ever stabbed anybody.
Yes.
Okay. So when you're stabbing Dee, where is she at?
She's on her stomach.
On her stomach where? On the floor, in the bathtub, or somewhere different?
On her, on the, oh my gosh. I gotta let my mind work. Oh, I don't know, 1 second.
You're fine. Take your time.
She was on the bed. Her bed.
Her bed. In her bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. So was she sleeping on her stomach or just laying there watching TV or?
Sleeping on her stomach.
Okay, so she's laying in her bed sleeping on her stomach. Is she covered up with covers or uncovered or?
Actually, when I did it, it seemed like she had her, it was almost like a nightgown on, it seemed like.
Okay.
And she barely even was covered at all.
Okay.
So it
Okay.
was easy access to her body.
Okay. So she didn't have a bunch of covers on her. It made it a lot easier to do that. Okay. And so when she's laying there, where's the first place you decide to stab her?
And I just was in a random spot in the back.
In the back, just random.
Yes.
Do you know how many times you stabbed her?
4.
You stabbed her 4?
Yeah, 4 times.
Okay.
The 4th one, I felt it go into, I think it might have been her lungs.
Okay.
Because it was harder to get out.
Okay. Did it take one hand to get it out? 2 hands?
I had to yank it out
Okay.
with one hand.
Okay. So it did. So the others came out easy, but that one kind of came out harder.
Yep.
Okay. And so, you only stabbed her 4 times? Are you sure about that?
Well, as in stabbing, I stabbed her 4 times.
Okay.
But I did actually cut her one other time besides that.
Okay. Where'd you
It was
cut her
on
at?
the back of her neck.
Okay. And did you use the same knife that you
Yep.
did the others with?
Yep.
Okay. And when you did the cross the back of the neck, did that even cause an injury, or did you see any blood or anything?
Yeah, she was bleeding.
Okay, she's bleeding. And so did she scream or holler, or
Yeah, she did.
what was she saying?
First she said help, and then she didn't recognize who I was. She said,
Okay.
who are you? And then,
She said, "Who are you?"
yeah.
Okay. And she didn't recognize who you are, and she says help, and then what does she say?
And then she called up for Gypsy, but Gypsy didn't do anything.
Okay. She hollered for Gypsy.
Yes.
Did she holler for Gypsy once, twice, 5 times,
3 times.
3 times? And what was she saying? Can you tell me how she said it?
She pretty much yelped it.
Yelped it?
She was like, Gypsy!
Okay.
Yeah, she was loud.
And what did you do when she did that?
It didn't stop me from keep on going.
Okay. You just kept stabbing her?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any reason that we would think that maybe you stabbed her more than 4 times?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Now, did Gypsy come in and stab her?
No.
Gypsy never stabbed her?
She couldn't do it. That's the
Okay.
reason why she asked me to.
Okay. Did you try to get Gypsy to come in and stab her?
No, I would have never done that.
Okay. So when you say 4 actual stabs, so those are the ones that went in deeper?
Yeah.
Was there some little ones? Or
There might have been, because the truth is, I counted the ones that went in deep. I didn't count if there's any other ones.
okay. So
Yeah, sounds like he got in a rage. So I would think it would just be sort of continuous. So I think that's what she's getting at here is, yeah, there was not 4 stab wounds to Dee Dee.
if there's any other ones, you just didn't count those because they didn't go in as deep.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know that 4 of them went in deep.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where those 4 deep ones were?
Uh,
Are you counting the one in the back of the neck or not in that 4?
no.
Okay, so the back of the neck would be something different.
Yeah, it's completely separated.
Okay, so the 4 that went in deep, do you remember where those went at on her body?
I honestly can't remember because I think it's just a blockage because of the guilt.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Okay. Sometimes there's things that we don't remember and that I'll understand that you don't remember, but you might not remember something that's important that I know you remember, okay?
Okay.
But that you might not remember, and I understand that because in the situation, okay?
No.
So, where was Gypsy at when you were stabbing her? When you were stabbing Dee in the bed, where was Gypsy at?
She was hiding in the bathroom
Okay. Why was she in the bathroom? Why was she hiding in the bathroom?
because she didn't know if her mom was going to kill me or not.
Oh, okay. So she thought Mom might kill you.
Yes.
Okay. Did she think Mom had a weapon, or?
She didn't believe I could actually do it. That's what I think it was.
Okay. She didn't think that you would just go in there. And you don't know if she
Yeah,
had confidence in you. Is that what you're going to
yes,
say?
yeah. She didn't think I was
Okay.
capable of it. Is what it was.
Whose decision was it for her to go in the bathroom while this was happening?
She said that's what she wanted to do,
Okay.
so I just let her do it. And
Okay.
she locked the door behind her, so.
Okay, so she went in the bathroom, locked the door, and you went to do
Yeah.
whatever you were doing. Do you remember, did Gypsy ever come out and see her mom?
I wouldn't let her.
You wouldn't let her go in there and see her?
I didn't want her to be traumatized.
Okay. Um, did you have sex with Dee?
No.
You didn't stick your penis anywhere on her?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Positive?
I'm 100% positive.
Okay. Did you stick your penis in her mouth?
Nope.
Okay. Did your penis touch anywhere on Dee's body?
Nope.
Okay. Did your mouth touch anywhere on Dee's body?
My mouth? No.
Okay. You didn't kiss her or
Nope.
lick her or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Did Gypsy come in and do anything like that with her mom?
No.
Touch her mom's privates? Or?
No, she wouldn't do that. I know
Okay.
she wouldn't.
Okay. All right. What do you think about people that have sex with dead bodies?
It's quite disturbing, honestly.
Okay. That would bother you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like necrophilia.
It's kind of contradictory, though, isn't it, Nick? You don't like it? You don't like that necrophilia, but that's what you wanted to do after you killed Gypsy's mom.
Okay. Oh, is that an actual thing? What does
That-
that mean, necrophilia?
Necrophilia actually means to have sex with the dead.
Okay. Have you ever known anybody to do that?
No, I only know the word because I tend to look up words that seem to be popular in today's culture, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you stabbed Dee in the bed, and Gypsy's in the bathroom. And so, what happens after you're done stabbing Dee?
I knocked on the door, and I also scratched on the door twice to let her know that was me instead of her mom.
Oh, so is that a code you guys came up
Yeah.
with? Okay. So, what was the code again?
It was 3 knocks and then 2 scratches.
Okay. 3 knocks, 2 scratches, and then that was so that way she would know in the bathroom. That was so Gypsy would know that it was you and not her mom.
Yep.
Okay. And did you guys plan that out before?
Like I said, we went back and forth between more than one idea, but that would end up being the one that we stick with.
Okay. Okay. So, after that happens, after you do the 3 knocks and the 2 scratches, does she open the door?
Not right away.
Okay. What happens?
She wanted to shave her private part
Okay.
and her legs.
Okay. She wanted to shave her private part and her legs?
Yes, for me.
Okay. Has she ever done that before, or is this something new?
Usually her mom does not let her shave her legs.
Okay. So her mom doesn't let her shave her legs? Does
Yeah.
her mom let her shave her privates?
Her mom never seemed to care about that before.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So how did you know she wanted to do that for you?
Because she did it.
Okay.
That's how it's kind of...
What did you do while she's shaving her legs and stuff?
I waited for her.
Okay. And then she gets out of the bathroom? Is her legs shaved and everything's
Yeah.
shaved? And then
Yeah.
what happens?
And then, we start to clean up the ground and everything around.
Okay. Clean up. What are you cleaning? The house?
Yes.
You're like vacuuming and dusting and stuff like that?
Cleaning up such as anything that has memories of her. That's actually what we were doing.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Like anything that had, she took some pictures away and she actually threw them in the trash.
Okay.
She tried to get rid of things that would give you guys the idea that she really lives there.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, so did you guys clean up any blood or anything?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of blood got cleaned up?
I believe it must have been mine because I accidentally stabbed myself in the process.
Where'd you stab yourself at?
Right here.
Oh my goodness, do you need stitches or anything?
No, I've been holding it
Okay.
together.
Is that the only place you got cut, or did you get cut other places?
I don't think, before I got roughed up earlier, there was a spot right, ironically, it's the very same spot they ended up hurting me yet again. Right
What do you
here,
mean got hurt again, roughed up? What do you mean?
When they arrested me,
Oh,
they took me
okay.
to the ground, and that's the reason why I have all this on me.
Okay. But that was an injury from when you stabbed Dee too, and then
Yeah,
it just got
definitely.
re-injured whenever you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
And-
that other one on your hand right there, that's the cut that you cut yourself.
Yep.
Okay. What are those up there?
These up here are from when I hit the ground, because I hit my face and my stomach and part of my leg
Okay.
onto the concrete.
Okay. When they arrested you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So so when you and Gypsy are cleaning up the blood, are you helping Gypsy clean up the blood, or is just Gypsy doing it, or just you doing it?
We for a while we did it together,
Okay.
and then because she wanted to get it done faster, she did it herself.
Okay.
Afterward.
And what did she do it with?
She used a order. What the heck was it? It was like a cleaner / odor remover.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of bottle it was in?
It was like a reddish bottle.
Reddish bottle? Okay. And how do you use that to clean? Like, is that a spray? Is that a powder? Is it liquid? Or
It's a liquid.
Okay.
So you had to pour it down.
Where she pour it down?
She poured it on top of wherever the blood was,
Okay.
and then she would use either paper towel or she never used any rags, surprisingly. But yeah, that's the main thing she used, was just paper towel.
Okay.
That or there was also these wipes that she used.
Okay. Okay. And so she cleans up the mess, the blood that may be yours because you can
Yeah.
cut yourself.
Yep.
And then what happens?
And then she wanted to have sex with me, so I did.
Okay. She wanted to have sex with you?
Yes.
Okay. And so where'd you guys have sex at?
In her bedroom.
In
Her bed.
her bed. In
Yes.
Gypsy's bed.
Yes.
Okay.
Opposite of what Gypsy states, of course, that he wanted to have sex with Dee Dee, and she convinced him to have sex with her instead. So, contradiction there, Nick.
And so you guys have sex.
Yes.
And what kind of sex? What is sex like to you?
Well,
Is it-
to me, the kind of sex that it was pretty much was 100% consensual. Is what
Okay.
I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay.
Because she obviously I was the one that was in charge, but she went along with it willingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what did you guys do when you had sex?
We pretty much did all three things. We did anal, we did all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had anal sex with her?
Yes.
And then what's the other? I can't guess.
Oral.
Okay.
Like I said, all of them. Vaginal, all of them.
Okay. Okay. When you say oral, is that you providing oral sex to her and her providing oral sex to you, or is it
Both.
something different? Both? Okay.
Both.
And that happened in her bed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if this is the first time Gypsy ever had sex?
Actually, I do know if it is.
Is it or not?
It isn't.
Okay. So she's had sex before she had sex with you?
She's had sex with me. I actually want to know who took her virginity.
Oh, so you guys had sex a different time than this?
Yes.
Oh, when did that happen?
It was in a what the heck was it? It was a theater.
In a theater?
Yeah,
In Springfield or somewhere different?
Springfield.
Wow, did her mom know?
We kept it from her mom.
Okay. Where did you have sex at in the theater?
It was in a bathroom.
Okay, in a girl's bathroom or boy's bathroom?
She just took me to the boys' bathroom. I didn't have any choice. I just went right into the boys' bathroom. I guess she was okay with it.
Okay. Okay. Was that a year ago, 2 years ago? How long ago was that?
That was back in March
Back in March of...
this year.
Oh, okay, so you were in Springfield before.
Yep.
And did her mom know you were here?
No, I got to meet her mom in person for the first time.
And was her mom nice to you, or?
Yeah, she was really nice to me. And
Okay.
then, I don't know what it was, but apparently the night got ruined in some way. I couldn't, I was trying to understand what was going on with her mom, but
Okay.
I don't know exactly what happened.
So did you meet her at the theater?
Yeah, I did meet her, but I was waiting for her for quite some time before I did.
Okay. Okay. And then what happened after you guys had sex at the theater?
We went to our movie and watched it.
And then what happened after the movie?
And then I said my goodbyes to her.
Go by a store?
No, I said my goodbyes to her.
Oh, say goodbyes to her. I was like, go to a store. Okay, so you said your goodbyes to her.
So again, that was just a piece of his interrogation after their arrest. Again, that's not completely his side. I don't know if he was on medication at that time. That I don't know the answer to that. Seeing that interview, you don't know a lot about who Nick really is. And we still don't know as much about Nick as we do know about Gypsy, obviously. Now, this here is a piece of an interview as well from Oxygen. And this was a few years back. This was actually done on... This was 4 years ago. He spoke with Oxygen about his side of things, air quotes to that, and of course he's appealing his conviction now. So I'm going to assume he's probably going to do another interview soon if he gets the opportunity, considering he mentions at the beginning that he's talking because she's gotten a lot of coverage. That's how he actually worded it. So yeah, go figure.
I mean, the way she was raised, no woman should ever, no child for that matter, should ever have to be raised that way. I did feel that she was not taking responsibility for her actions, but at the same time, due to the way I know she was raised, I can't blame her. I can't. That, and along with my religion, with being a Christian, I know I'm not supposed to judge, so I'm not going to judge. It's just not part of who I am. I just won't do it.
What do you want people to know about you and your story, Nicholas?
The parts of my story that would be the main parts that would matter. And basically have it as a life lesson, basically. Tell them, don't be doing this stuff because you never know what it could lead to. And basically be an example of a role model if I could. Because, I mean, due to all the publicity Gypsy's getting, and she's getting me that publicity too, I feel like I have a responsibility. I feel like I have to be somewhat of a role model. And because of that, that's part of the reason why I feel like I have something to basically owe up to, basically.
I will say one thing, Nick, you're not a role model, not even close. And Gypsy's also not a role model. Hopefully she can change her life, which is what she's trying to do, and, and help others. But the words role model, no, they don't even fit, not even close to a description I would put on you at all, Nick.
I mean, I do have the restitution to pay to the society, which of course I'll be happy to do. But at the same time, I want to basically let everyone know that I'm not just this cold killer that doesn't have any feelings or anything else like that. I'm a human being. And as they say, human beings make mistakes. If I had to change anything at all, of course, one of the obvious ones was I would have probably ran away with Gypsy. That's the obvious ones. I definitely would have done that because I don't want to be stained with a murder on my hands. I don't want to be stained with that, being labeled as a killer. I don't want to be stained with that, but I'll live with it. I'll live with it. I probably would have attempted to try to get her to prolong it to a longer date, to maybe try to go a different route rather than what we did do. Or maybe trying to get her pregnant so this way her mom would be forced to let me in her life. Well, we really didn't get a chance to go to that route just because the limited time we had, there's just no way it would have been possible. So then maybe that would be the only other minor change I would have made, is that I would have ran away with her earlier. So this way I wouldn't have had to suffer all this time away from each other, that we could have been closer together. That's probably the only two things I would have changed, really. When I was still in Michigan, something clicked. Ironically, it was on my very birthday. I had something click in me. And once that thing clicked, I knew that there was something different about myself that I didn't understand. I should actually bring up another moment when I was 14 years old, and that's when I first glimpse of it. This is when I realized that all the other things that were building up in me were basically jeopardizing my inner happiness, my inner peace, and all the rest of that. Because I remember seeing one night, it was 9 o'clock at nighttime. I was in my grandma's house. I just remember looking in the mirror and I saw a glimpse of something I didn't recognize in my eye. It was just a shade. And then it went away. It was almost like something was trying to tell me, oh yeah, I'm there. You've created me. I'm there. There's almost no light at all in there. But I saw a shadow go right past it. It's almost like it wanted me to know that it was there. And so really, I knew there was a darker part of me, and I was actually quite terrified to actually explore it. I was terrified to explore it. And now I actually regret exploring it with Gypsy, because she's the one I hoped I would be brave enough to actually explore it with me, just so that's the way I understand what's inside, who that is, what that is. I wanted to know, so this way I know what I'll be dealing with. And unfortunately, that part of me wanted to come out for a very long time, and the very first opportunity it got, it didn't waste any time in basically trying to make an example out of somebody, unfortunately. That dark shadow part of me that really is triggered by anger. It's triggered by anger. The sweet, innocent me that I usually wake up to every day is not there. It's a completely different person.
Sounds to me like some sort of mental break. Something happened there. He obviously needed help, and he didn't get it. I don't know if he asked, but he definitely, if that's the case, something happened in his brain and he needed to seek out help so that he wouldn't become violent and wouldn't do these horrible things potentially, or go to McDonald's and do things that are disgusting. But yeah, he needed help.
I had one of those moments you might only have once in your lifetime. Basically, it was an angel and a devil. I actually had two different ones speaking to me. They both said one thing and left the decision up to me. First, the angel spoke, which I wish I would have listened, because it's really weird, because that only reassured me that my original idea of what we should do would have been the right thing to do. It's really weird that it reassured me on that. What it actually said, its very actual words, was, take her and run. This is very words. I had the other part of me, and yeah, that darn devil. What it ended up telling me was, this bitch is dead. That's all it said. This bitch is dead. Basically, once I heard that, some darn reason, I don't know why it inflamed the emotion of enrage, but it did. It inflamed the emotion of rage. So I ended up whispering to Gypsy, get in the bathroom, because I just want to get this over with. She made me believe that her mama found her. And I guess that's the reason why the darker part of me was more, I guess you could say, not manipulative, but more able to persuade me into saying, you're gonna have to do this.
Wow. So, it seems to me like, again, that I think Nick had some sort of mental break. Something happened. And I don't know if it's like a switch. I don't know what happens, but something happened in his brain and he became a different person. That's the way he's describing it. So, again, we don't know as much about Nick as we've learned about Gypsy. So, I think I'm not about giving him coverage or attention. That's, to me, that's the least of, hell, that's the least of your concerns, Nick. If you want to try to explain yourself, you know, tell your story, more clearly, that's something I think a lot of folks would listen to. But I still have concerns with you being out free in the general public. You know, rehabilitation in prison is far and few between, in my opinion. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's been, he's had, mental health evaluations, and I would love to hear how those went. But I don't know. I mean, his appeal, I have to say, at this point, I'm hoping it's denied. I don't feel like it's the same thing as Gypsy. And I do hope that, she's, able to keep on the straight and narrow. And I know some folks have expressed concerns for, that she's just like her mom. She knows how to manipulate. Yeah, obviously she grew up that way. But like I said before, I really hope she's surrounded by the right people. And that her husband's in it for the right reasons, and she's got her father and her stepmother and her sister, and hopefully she's got good, a good psychiatrist, psychologist, helping her get through this every step of the way. And as long as she can do that and stay, on the straight and narrow, I think I'm happy for her. Her life was just something that is beyond comprehension. I mean, her mom was a very, very sick woman, and she used her daughter, to become famous, to get money, everything. And we can't blame some of, at least, the things that Gypsy did. I mean, shoplifting from Walmart, all those sorts of things. Again, that's the life she lived. But I do appreciate how she looks back and she says it was wrong, and she wished they would have dealt with it another way. She would have reached out to family, and it just seems like she was in such a sheltered existence with her mother. And if you watched her recent special, you got, there's a lot that I didn't even, that, she was explaining to us about her life. And I applaud her for opening up and hopefully telling all that's the truth. And hopefully she can now live a more honest and healthy and good life. But where Nick is concerned, I just don't see the same sort of thing happening if he was released. I just don't. I mean, hell, he could prove me wrong, that he's really, become a better guy. But look at this interview he did, just the pieces of it, that he said this side of him came out. So that's changed now, that since you've been in prison, Nick? I don't know. I just have a hard time believing that one, for sure. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments, and let me know what you think. I mean, I know initially I thought the same thing. Maybe he should get out early too, but the more you learn about him, I just have it's like a yellow flashing light that comes up, just like caution. That's what I see. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and most of all, stay safe.